It's a crispy morning, a crisp morning. Trying to find my way to my car here. I wanted to start a live because I didn't train today. Had some issues with my knees and my right knee and my right shoulder, to be perfectly honest. So wanted to take an extra day off, and I'm going to record a live tomorrow when I hopefully can get back to the gym and train legs. That was the idea. And today I just wanted to start a live and talk about some other stuff and whatnot, like the usual passion areas of mine. And get the car started here, drive to the office, have a good productive day until 1:45, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It's 9 a.m. in the morning now. And then I have a client meeting, after which I need to go to one of my rental properties and get some supplies in there, some building materials. And then after that, actually, my daughter has her physical therapy appointment. I'm going to go with her at 5. So today's signal, what's important today, what's relevant, is to get this live going. And then I'm going to record another video for this channel too. So those two things are important. And then the rest of the stuff, like I said, just pretty standard. I have the client meeting and then some family related stuff. But content creation, ask yourself, what are you doing today? Or the thing that you're doing today, is that taking you closer or further from your goal? And that's kind of one of the reasons why I start my day the same way, asking myself, what signal? What really moves my ball forward the most? What takes me closer to my goal, not further away from my goal? And right now, it's creating attention. Business boils down to really three things if you think about it. So first step is to create attention. The second step is to convert the attention. And then 3, you deliver that same attention. Creating attention is the same as marketing and promoting your business. There are 4 ways that you can do that. You can run paid ads. You can reach out to people you don't know. You can reach out to people you do know. And then last but not least, you can create content. So the way I'm running my business right now, which is this, call it education business or uh, coaching, if you will, is that I just create content. That's been my way of creating attention. And as long as I think that's still valid, I keep doing that. And then the second step in that 3-part process, so creating attention, convert the attention, deliver that attention. So how do you convert the attention? When you have leads coming in, when you have enough attention, people like what you're offering, you have your offer and your lead magnet, and then after that, it's all about converting that. And that's the sales process. So the first step is marketing and promoting, and then the second is sales, and then the third step you deliver, right? So if I have, let's say, I create content, somebody likes it, you reach out to me, and then we talk, and then I can convert you being a lead or prospect, if you will, into a paying client. Then I start delivering, and then obviously my goal is to deliver value. If I know what I'm doing, at least in theory, you should be happy about it. You get results, and then that's a self-fulfilling loop. That's the way it works, right? At least in theory. So, but all business boils down to the exact same thing. What are the comments here? Hey, Jewish, remove that photo. Interesting. Do you have cancer? Oh my God, these get. Don't crash, bro. German officer in movies. Absolutely. Don't just leave. It's like Icelandic. He's Jewish. I'm not Jewish. Yeah, I'm not Jewish. I don't know who you're talking about. But anyhow, so there are a couple of things I wanted to talk about today. So number one is potential. What do you guys think? What do you think the percentage is as far as how much of your potential you're using in your life? I've seen sometimes, I don't know if there's any studies, I don't know if you can even study this stuff, but I believe strongly that we probably use, I don't know, 10 or 20%. Anyhow, the point is a small percentage of what we are capable of doing in life. And I'm not talking about making money or launching a company or whatever. It could be just, it could be physical, it could be mental, but your potential overall. And if I look at myself, I really have two goals in life right now. Number one is that I get to see what I'm truly capable of, what my capacity looks like. That's why I wanted to talk about this. And number two, so that I don't have any regrets at the end of the day. Firstly, regarding regret, there's really two things in life. That's how I look at it. So short term, we always keep staring at pain. That's the reason why we either do things or don't do things. Applies to most people. So we always overestimate pain. We look at the things that feel scary, look scary. I don't want to humiliate myself. What is my neighbor or my friend or my family member going to think when I do this? Or if I launch a business, what if I fail? Right? Fear of being left alone, or if you leave a bad relationship. So we always overestimate pain and fear at the expense of regretting things at the end of the day. So, like I said, short term, there's pain. We've over focused on that. And then long term, it seems that people don't really understand the price tag related to regret. Because according to studies, 91% of the things that you worry about never materialize. Of the 9%, one third turn out better than expected. But 80% of the people in retirement homes, when they are in their 80s or whatever, they regret the things that they never did, not the mistakes they made. So I think that's, how is this related to capacity? I think one of the reasons why we don't get to fully utilize our capacity, our full potential, if you will, is because of fear. And I try to look at it this way. I try to ask myself over and over on what are the things I'm going to regret at the end of the day when I'm truly out of time, when I have to punch my ticket. Somebody comes and tells me that, look, you're out of time, you only have a month to live. So face every single fear, regardless of the pain, just keep doing things so that you just don't end up being one of those people who regrets the things that he never did at the end of the day. And also related to the same topic, so one of the reasons why we have hard time reaching our full potential is, yeah, I said pain, but we over focus on information over execution. And I think if we think about it this way, so information is all over the place. It's nowadays free with the use of artificial intelligence and everything else. It's just information is out there. Give away the info, sell the implementation. That's how I like to look at it. And if we just knew that execution is the key, so just start taking action, focus on execution, not so much on information. And then what are the things that I should be doing as far as execution goes? Those are the things that you have to do now so that you don't regret them at the end of the day, right? Does it make sense? That's how I look at it. I would hope not. A lot of comments here. He's not sure. Nope. Mask. Where are you heading? I'm going to the office. Icelandic Viking. Where are you from? I was born and raised in Finland. I'm a US citizen as well, so I'm a dual citizen, Finnish, American. Moved to the States for the first time when I was 19. But I'm back in Europe right now. Why? Long story. Holy shit, the Hitman guy. Yeah, that's what I hear a lot. I hear Hitman, Deadpool. I hear Zidane, the soccer player, the French, the retired soccer player. Johnny Sins, the porn star, apparently. Not that I know. And what else do I hear? Um, Agent 47. That's another one. Why the U.S.? Mm, I I don't know. I mean, it's really quickly to make a long story short. I won my green card in a green card lottery when I was 19, when I was out of the military here in Finland, A good friend of mine back then, he was a big fan of the United States, and he always wanted to go there. I was like, what the heck, I can join that lottery thing too. What ended up happening was that I won my green card, he didn't. I felt bad, and then I had no idea what that meant. Apparently, it meant when I went to the U.S. Embassy that I had to move to the country within the first 4 months. So that's how I ended up moving when I was 19. I went to Florida. So ever since, well, why U.S.? Obviously, I've liked it. I've been back and forth uh, many times. The longest I've lived there at one go has been in San Diego for over 10 years. And I got my citizenship a little over 10 years ago. So, but that's kind of like the background story. I'm going to just get out of the car and go to my office. Talk to you guys. Yeah, but that's really the background. Oh, I forgot my parking thing. Don't want to do that because otherwise I would get a ticket here. I don't know if I've mentioned several times this already, but some of these private parking lots, they have this, you have your own kind of like quote unquote parking meter in your car. So you set the arrival time and they, like here, they give you 3 hours of free parking, which is pretty cool. So then they hire this private company to do the enforcement part. And if you don't move your car and readjust the clock, so to say, then you're gonna pay a fine. That's the way it goes. My hands are fucking full here. The heat is on. I know, it's fucking October. It's getting colder. Not a big fan of this. I'm gonna go to Spain in a month. For a month. Look forward to that. The biggest mental roadblock in my mind is leaving my kids here, even though they are almost 20 and almost 17, but still being a responsible parent is one of those things that I want to always make sure that I'm there for them. Of course, I'm going to talk to them every day, but it's still one of those things that I keep thinking about a lot. Anyhow, here we are. What else did I want to talk about? I had my notes from this morning. I'm going to set this up here, this tripod. Do we have anybody online? 14 people. Those are good characters. Mr. Clean. I've never left Iceland. Oh, you're from Iceland. Okay, I've actually never been to Iceland. Iceland is interesting. You guys had that